Good day and welcome to the best sport program on TV, especially on weekends. Sports Plus Special. It's an amazing moment on today's show. I'm Mudashiru Shitu. We first have to apologize coming behind schedule. But all things equal, we are right now to give you all what you need to know in the world of sport. Since yesterday, we've been getting talks about confirmation of the fact that the former coach of the Super Eagles, Peseiro, is no longer the handler of one of the best football brands in the world, the Super Eagles. So continuation, and that's what we'll be talking about today. And joining me to talk about this topic, and also we'll be looking at Paul Pogba. Is it the end of an era? Before we talk about the 13th, the African Games. So let's go straight to Estonia, where Agbabiaka is waiting for us to tell us he was next after Peseiro. Let's see what's next. Thank you for joining us. Show Agbabiaka, it's good to have you on the show.
Have you too on the show.
So let's go straight. How did you feel? What was the reaction when Peseiro decided not to continue with the Super Eagles? What's your own opinion? How do you view that?
It's been linked with Peseiro going to leave Nigeria as the head coach. It's kind of something that's already been in the. I mean, there so many loggerheads. Not winning the African Cup of Nations was not more. It would have been a yardstick for Nigeria to support him with good, but I mean, releasing duties now. Well, but I wish him all the best as the head coach of anywhere he wants to go to.
So a lot of talks, updates is the very fact that Austin Iguavon, who the former Super Eagles defender, who took the Super Eagles to 2006 at the Nations Cup, he will be the interim coach. What's the update about? And this also comes to the fact that is he going to be a foreign coach or is going to be a local coach? Do you care less whether it's going to be a foreign coach, or what's your opinion on that debate?
Any issue with foreign coach? I don't really have any issue with home-based coach. In as much as he can do the job, I think that's what matters. If Austin Iguavon can take Nigeria to the World Cup, I believe then he should be given a chance. But yeah, we never can tell. We probably will still need an experienced coach to come in and, of course, do the job. But currently, right now, I believe that let's just look forward. Let the boys come for friendly or play the World Cup qualifier, and then let's see how they perform, and then we can begin to strategize from that.
But some also said that he did a good run, 22 months with the Super Eagles. What can you say about it? Do you think you can also get the best of every other thing? What can you to examine his 22 months reign? What's the high point and the low point? Is he a pass mark as the coach of the Super Eagles during his reign?
It's a fair call, obviously. Yeah, you know, the size for not having a good ability in the in the 72 run. I would just say, well, he did in that short period of time to get to know the boys. He really did well. He did a fantastic job, and of course, he puts Nigeria in a very position where they should be in football as a nation.
So, well, a lot of people still question what he did well. Before, towards the Nations Cup, we had no hope in him. Just the general people's opinion that he not the right man to take us to the Nations Cup. Talk of cut of contract. His contract was salary was slashed, was reduced rather, and there's so much about. But when the Nations Cup came properly, it surprised a lot of Nigerians. What do you think he did well between some days to the Nations Cup, or even during the Nations Cup. Even his first game was not impressive, but at the end of the day, he got us a silver medal, second position on the log table at the end of the day. What do you think Peseiro did well to make us win that silver medal?
Times when we have a foreign coach, there's a lot of expectation on them to give us the best. And then Peseiro, we don't really know his track record so much. And when he was appointed as the coach of Nigeria, there was a lot of criticism in regards to his way of managing the team. He said, well, going towards the African Cup of Nations, no one actually gave him a chance. And then his matches he played, the friendly match he played against Lesotho and the Guinea, he lost, went through to the African Cup of Nations. His first game was one of the reasons so many people did not even go to Nations Cup, by the way, because first match and everybody's lost hope in that game. But the players grew into the match, and it seems like whatever he was making, whatever he was telling them was actually working. And then he went forward to beat the host nation, qualified to the final. That's impressive. I mean, that's what it needs to take. Sometimes it's not about what the management speak to the player, it's about the player actually delivering what the manager wants them to do. So yeah, he has a lot of good moments. He has a lot of bad moments too. I mean, in the finals too, when he has to make some changes that he hasn't really done since the beginning of the tournament, and which I believe even if he's going to look back, it cost him time there has to be a winner, and obviously Nigeria was not the winner.
What's next? Do you think should we continue going with the local coaches now that Iguavon is on the ends of affair interim in a temporary position? Way forward for Ibrahim Gozo, the NFF, and every other person that will make the decision. What do you think? Advise them as someone that has got so much experience in football management. What do you think is best for the Super Eagles?
Most of the time, yeah, it's the really know these boys. Most of those are celebrating today were handpicked by most of our former Super Eagles players, the likes of Victor Osimhen himself. So I believe that if the coaches comes from Africa or from Nigeria itself, experience shows that he knows the boys, he knows the team, he knows they play the way that he wants them to play. So the same thing goes for African football or a national team, to be precise. So if Elsie Iguavon is one of the great players that we all pay respect to back in the days, and then these likes of Osimhen, Lukman, Ajayi, they all look up to him as a great player, and of course they can deliver the trophy home, and of course they can do brilliantly well in going forward to any competition.